Of course, eventually the kettle explodes, if you will, and all these differences come to a boil in the Second Council. And here we see the schism between the conservative Sthaviras, or elders, roughly a synonym with Thera, as in Theravada, and the Mahasamghikas, the great community guys, we could say. It might translate to Bolshevik in a communist situation. These are the guys who wanted more radical and wide-ranging reforms and will become the forebears, most likely it seems, of the Mahayana, the great vehicle. And so there are two ways of thinking about following Buddhism. One, we can say, well, I'm going to do whatever the Buddha taught. A famous Theravada book by that name, What the Buddha Taught. Versus, I can kind of find my own path. Like the Buddha said, trust in your own experience, not a teacher or a book, scriptures or the news. So if we take the liberal approach, then we see all these very diverse forms of Buddhism emerging from the Dalai Lamas in Tibet to the samurai in Japan. But the Theravada remain more or less uniform throughout those countries they inhabit. And there, of course, the conservatives who cling to what the Buddha taught. To quote a Theravada guest speaker I had once, "Not everyone can become a Buddha." So that's the tension. And it starts in the Second Council, where 18 schools are fairly formalized and developed.